I just wanted to show you this piece that I found. Again, side of the road, free. This one appears to be hand painted. I'm not sure, but it's oven proof. Can you imagine such a thing? Let's see what we can do with this. You're rolling.
Rolling.
All right. Oven proof. Put it up nice and close so you can see the beauty of the hand painted work. 20 gauge Springfield Savage 944 single shot. Hi. Fortunately, I have another round in my pocket. All right. All right, oven proof. There we go. Welcome to Twitchell Brook Farm. We are rolling with the flow. Today, yes, I brought out the 944 Springfield. Springfield was just a brand name for Savage Arms. If you've ever been on that no man's land on the Massachusetts Turnpike between Springfield and the Berkshires, you passed the Savage Sporting Goods factory. It's across from a airport, right next to the Massachusetts Turnpike. You can't miss it. And they have been a manufacturer of pretty darn good, lower cost shotguns, rifles for many, many years. I think one of their premier rifles for the 20th century was the Springfield 300. But this is the ubiquitous Springfield 944, and this one happens to be a 20 gauge. And it says Springfield mod, so I'm thinking mod. It says mod 944. That either means model 944 or modified 944. I'm not sure which. I haven't really done much patterning with this. This is a recent acquisition. I hastily put a recoil pad on it. You can see that there's some, that people have marked up the furniture over the years. So I'm going to get to taking this thing apart, shine it up. It's not really necessary. This is not a collectible by any means. This is a everyday workhorse gun. It's not going to increase in value. It's just a good piece to have. And they are inexpensive, used, extremely inexpensive, and reliable. This has an interesting break action here. Now, you see something, and if you ever do much with single shots, particularly inexpensive, well, let's say cheap single shots like this one, you learn that the dowel is your friend. And you find these at your Home Depot, and sometimes that's how you have to eject the shell. You saw at the beginning, the first one ejected fine, the second one did not. But luckily we have our dowel with us so we can get her done. Not much to it. They tend to be reliable. This gun is probably, I dated the serial number from 1964, but for me, it just looks newer than that. It looks like newer finish and what have you. It looks more like an 80s gun. And they continued to make this right into the 1980s, I think. Maybe the 90s. Doesn't matter. But to tell you how many of them are out there, just a couple years ago on Gunbroker, this was the #1 traded gun of the year in the United States on Gunbroker. So it's they're out there, and the reason for it, they're good. Let's do another shot with it. Put my ears on, and we did the close action. Let's reach out a little bit. Let's see if she can buy a Dell. That's the blue square on the right. That is from your late model Dell computer. There we go. Yeah, But we're stuck again. And I think, well, like I said, we're going to take this apart. We're going to clean it up. We're going to figure out why it doesn't eject. And in the meantime, let's go have a beer. You're on video?
Rolling.
Okay. All right. Like I said, welcome to Twitchell Brook Farm. And we have a beer from the fridge. I have no idea what this is. There are 50, it's acorn season here. So if you hear things, it's not gunshots, it's acorns hitting the tin roof. Let's see what we got. All right, it's a little bit hoppy. I'm gonna guess it's a pale ale. I don't know. Let's see if we, oh, nope. As usual, I have no idea what I'm talking about. This is Great Northern IPA. This is a 7%er. It's got a little bit of kick to it. This is from Manchester, New Hampshire. And I honestly don't know much about Great North IPA. Manchester, New Hampshire, like I said, New Hampshire's largest city. It's kind of an extension of Massachusetts, but don't let the Granite Staters hear me say that. They make good beer. You can find it pretty much anywhere in the state. We buy beer on our way into Maine, in New Hampshire, because we have no tax and no redemption whatsoever. So it tends to be a better price. But that's it. This is excellent stuff, I have to say. I'm going to have more of that. You may have noticed we're in front of the now half-realized Sugar Shack. Hope to have it operational for next season. And yeah, one thing with the singles, I do want to remind you to use your dowel when you have a pesky shot that won't pop out. And I wanted to mention, you may have noticed that my first shot on the oven safe ceramic piece was high. And I just figured out why that is. I hastily put a recoil pad. This is a vintage Sears Roebuck recoil pad. That's pretty darn cool. I thought it would go well with this gun. But I did want to point out that the recoil pad is high on the buttstock. It's actually too high for the heel of the gun. And I believe that is what caused me to go high with that first shot. We'll see you again soon. Twitchell Brook Farm, rolling with the flow here by the Androscoggin River. Cheers.